When I opened my eyes this morning, my ankle whispered the stories of yesterday's adventures, stories that reminded me I'm no longer the fearless woman of my 20s. Here I am, in my 40s, learning to listen to my body's gentle protests after perhaps pushing myself a little too eagerly on my first day. There's something humbling about crossing an ocean to walk an ancient path, only to discover that recovery takes longer than it used to. My shoulders, ankles, and knees, they're all asking for a moment of tenderness today. So today, I've decided to give my body the gift of the rest and explore Dewey and Valença through the eyes of a curious tourist instead of a determined pilgrim. You know what's fascinating? When my Portuguese colleagues heard about my Camino journey, their eyes widened with surprise. "You're walking it alone?" they asked, their voices filled with wonder. It struck me then, perhaps this Asian path that draws souls from across the globe feels too local the way our DMZ feels to me back home in Korea. Tourists flock to peer through telescopes at the border between North and South Korea. Yet I've never visited, though I could take the subway there any weekend. Sometimes we must travel far from home to discover what others find sacred in our own backyard. My first destination was the Cathedral of Santa Maria de Dui, standing like a gentle giant near my little refuge. Oh my friend, if you could see what I'm seeing, this magnificent testament to Romanesque Gothic beauty simply takes your breath away. Inside, I discovered a word within a word, prayer spaces that invite to whisper the conversations with the divine, a grand hall where centuries of faith have gathered, and gardens that seems to bridge earth and heaven. Gold that covers these walls and statues. I wonder if it is carries memories from distant South American shores, brought here when empire stretches across the oceans. Each surface seems to hold the fingerprints of countless believers who sought solace in this sacred space. And here, Mary, the mother with spears piercing her heart, such a powerful way to help us understand a mother's boundless love, her willingness to carry our pain as her own. In this moment, I thought of my own mother, so far away in Seoul, surely worrying about her daughter, walking alone across foreign lands. In the small prayer room, I offered my gratitude for safe steps, for guidance, for this path that brought me here. I prayed for my family sleeping on the other side of the world, for friends whose hearts travel with me, and for all the souls who will walk this ancient way after me. After filling my heart with cathedral wonder, I ventured toward Valença, and oh, what a transformation! Yesterday's rain had washed the world clean, revealing the Minya River like a ribbon of liquid light between two countries. The park alongside the river looked so inviting that I simply couldn't resist. I found myself playing on the swings like a child again. Ha ha ha. A couple walking by caught my infectious joy and joined in. Isn't it wonderful how play is a universal language? The same path that felt mysterious in yesterday's rain now sparkled with invitation. They truly shape our entire experience, doesn't it? The border between Spain and Portugal became not just a line on the map, but a bridge between different versions of myself. And then, Frontera Restaurant, discovered through the Modern Pilgrim's Guide, Google reviews. Even on the rest day, this Korean stomach refused to rest. The step proudly showed me their Beijing aging room. The smallest portion of Iberian steak they offered was still gorgeous enough for my appetite. But their chocolate explosion, and what an explosion it was! brownie, Haagen-Dazs, whipped cream, caramel, a symphony of sweetness that made my soul dance with pure joy. In a few days, I will return to walking, but for now, I'm learning that rest too is part of the journey. To anyone following along, remember that courage comes in many forms. Sometimes it's taking the first step, sometimes it's knowing when to pause. Buen camino, dear friends.